Okay, now we are ready to create our own custom web service. Yeah. I will assume that you have familiarized yourself with PHP. Yeah. If not, then you can find any good PHP tutorial by yourself. So in this tutorial, the goal is to create a playlist data. Sorry, not playlist database. Yeah, a playlist table in a database. But don't worry, I will give you the SQL file. Yeah, you can just import it later, and actually, I will instruct you to do so. Then we will create a PHP web service to retrieve playlists. Later on, we will also create web service to be able to lag a playlist and add a new playlist and so on. Yeah, and then through our week 9 application, which um, mine is Hello Material actually, yeah, but yours may be named week 9. Yeah, any name from your previous week's application. Yeah, it is a material design application that will show all playlists in the custom card view. Yeah, that's why last week I instruct you to finish the self exercise, yeah, to create the card playlist. I hope you remember, and I hope you have done so, because now we will use it. Now, before we start, I must warn you a little bit. Yeah, if you use MySQL 8, please check your PHP version. Yeah, the MySQL 8 uses a newer authentication method that is only supported by PHP 7.4 or later. Yeah, if you don't have MySQL installed and you are about to install MySQL, then please take a look at this screen. Yeah, when you are asked about the authentication method, if you have PHP 7.4 installed or later, you are safe to use the strong password encryption for authentication, which is labeled recommended over here. Yeah, but if you don't have PHP 7.4 or maybe you have a previous version of PHP prior to 7.4, then please select the second option. Yeah, use legacy authentication method or retain MySQL 5 compatibility. Yeah, this only applies for Windows users and only applies for those who use MySQL. Yeah, for some users, you don't really need to worry about this because you use MariaDB instead. Okay, with that keep in mind, we will use SAMP. Yeah, although as I said before, I don't install SAMP actually in my machines right now, but I use IIS. Yeah, the default web server implementation for the Windows. But I will assume that you use SAMP. So please go to the htdocs of your SAMP folder. Usually it's in here, but please adjust it to your machine's configuration. Yeah. Please go to the htdocs folder. Then create a new folder named music. I have not created it. Let's see. Oh, actually, I have created a folder named music here. And maybe I will show you where my server resides because I use IIS. Yeah, actually, I have provided a new folder here in I call it server, and then I have created music over here, the music folder. Yeah, and then just in case you want to use IIS also, I have set up my IIS. So I created a new application over my default website over here. Oh, actually, I have not. Yeah, so I will create it first. Then let's see. You don't really need to do this, yeah, if you use SAMP. But since I use IIS, I must create a new application within my default website. So I will call it music, and I will set it to the path over here, server music. I will test it. Okay, nice. Then that's it. Now let's create a new file. Name it get_playlist.php. Then edit it using any text editor as you wish. Yeah, Maybe you use Sublime Text, that's fine. Notepad++, okay. Visual Studio Code, it's fine also, and many other text editor. Yeah, I don't really recommend Notepad. Yeah, please install a separate text code editor. This file, this PHP file, will produce a JSON from a playlist table. Yeah, as you can see here, I have opened my Visual Studio Code with music folder already open, and this is the SQL I will provide to you later. Yeah. Let's create this new file first. Then get playlist PHP. Get playlist.php. Then okay, cannot validate since a PHP installation could not be found. Oh, sorry. I think I have not. Uh, I have not set up my Visual Studio Code. Yeah. Let me take a few minutes to set up my Visual Studio Code first. Yeah. So that we are ready to. Not actually we, but so that I am ready to use the Visual Studio Code to code PHP. Yeah. Please wait for a second then. Okay, then I have prepared my Visual Studio Code for the PHP. Yeah, if maybe if you use Visual Studio Code also, I use this extension, yeah, PHP Intelligence for my PHP linting and many others. Now let's go to the PHP web service. Yeah, as usual, the opening tag, the PHP. Then we will use error reporting. We will disable error and warning in PHP. Yeah, so we will turn any error and parse error off. Then we will create a new connection, my SQLi connection as usual. Please change your username and password for your MySQL. Yeah, here I use root and nothing in this slide, but actually for my MySQL setting, my username is root and my password is MySQL. Yeah, please change according to your machine's configuration for your MySQL or MariaDB. Yeah, and then for the database name, leave it musicdb. Yeah, just leave it like this. Then we will check if there is a connection error. Then we will echo some JSON. Yeah, by using JSON encode. Yeah, JSON encode requires a associative array. Yeah, like this. So we create an array of the key is result, and the value is error, as well as another key value pair. Yeah, message is failed to connect to DB, and then will just die. Yeah, if you want, you can also combine these two lines. Yeah, die JSON encode blah blah blah. Okay, let's do this first. So let's open our PHP tag, PHP, then error reporting, which is E error, and sorry, it's not N, yeah, it's or E parse. And then we will open a new connection. I will name it con new MySQLi with the host is usually localhost, yeah, localhost, and then the username for your MySQL user. Yeah, I will just root for simplicity. Then the password in my system is MySQL. Then for the database is musicdb. Oops, sorry. Yeah, like this. Now let's check for any errors. Check for any connection errors. If $con, not kun, con, connect error, or you can use connect error no. Yeah, it's the same. Connect error is the error message itself, while connect error no is the error number. Yeah, so I mistakenly completed my my code with connect error, so that's fine. Now, yeah, as I said earlier, we can combine this into die by creating a JSON. The JSON encode, it requires an array and associative array. So let's create an associative array like this. Yeah, result is error. Result equals and greater than error, and then we have a message, and we map it to fail to connect to DB. Yeah, usually we will stop here, but maybe for development purposes, you may want to append this with the error itself. Yeah, so you can append it with connect error. Yeah, but please turn off this debugging messages when you are ready to deploy your web service. Yeah, because this impose a security risk for your server. So if you are confident that your API works as intended, then please delete any debugging messages. Yeah, I will leave this connect error over here. So by any case, if my connection fails, then I can debug for the cause. Yeah. Now, because I use die, then I can safely continue. Yeah, let's prepare a query SQL. Select all from playlist. Then we'll just execute the query. Yeah, $con query by providing the SQL, and then we provide an empty array. Yeah, again, the result of our PHP is actually a JSON, so we will need to use associative array. Yeah, we must use an associative array to store any data that we want to return to the client, and then use the JSON encode to provide a JSON string. Yeah, so here let's check. Yeah, if the number of rows is greater than 0, then we will simply iterate through all the results. Yeah, we use fetch object over here and simply just assign it to the array. Yeah, we will create a new element in the array, then simply just assign it with the object, and later we just encode everything. Yeah, I will encode an array of result. Yeah, the result is first okay, and the data is the dollar array over here. Yeah. Maybe it's a good idea to change the name, yeah, for the dollar array, so we can remember what variable is this. Yeah, later we will change it. Yeah, but for else, if the result the number of rows is 0, then we will encode JSON. That is, the result is error, and the message is not data found, and we'll stop our PHP. Yeah, and for the result, please take note of the case. Please remember the casing. Yeah, if you use all lowercase, then yeah, just remember it. If you use uppercase, remember that your result is okay in uppercase. Okay, then let's continue. Here we will define a query. Dollar not hash. Query is select all from playlist. Then we have a result is the dollar $con. Then simply we call query, and we will prepare I will call it data. Yeah, data, an empty array. Now let's check if the result, the number of rows is actually greater than 0, then we will iterate through all data. Yeah, while dollar object equals to dollar result fetch. Let's use a fetch object. Fetch object. Yeah, fetch object. Then we will create a new element in the data and assign it to the object. Yeah, it will be automatically in associative form. Yeah, if you take a look at the explanation for the MySQLi result fetch object, yeah, it will return array of the return is object with string properties blah blah blah, and the result is actually associative one. Sorry, the result is actually an object. Yeah, the result is actually an object, not associative. But let's take a look at the documentation of our MySQLi fetch object. Let's see the result. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, the result will be something like this object, then an arrow field. Yeah, but we can store it to array. Then it will be automatically associative array. Yeah, if you are not sure, then you can instead use another fetch, which is a fetch assoc. Yeah, fetch assoc will return an array associative array as its name suggests. Yeah, if you are not sure that using a fetch object will result in an associative array, you can use fetch assoc. Yeah, but for now, let's try to use fetch object. Okay, and then we will echo the JSON encode. Yeah, echo JSON encode. We will create a new array, associative array again. Result is okay. I will use an uppercase okay over here. Then data is associated with the dollar data. That's all. But if the result is 0, I will die. JSON encode. Again, I will create associative array over here. Array with the first result is actually error. And then the message is no data found. Okay, I have something in my... Oh, sorry, I forgot the parenthesis for die. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think that's all for our PHP. Yeah, now before we try it, let's prepare the database first. Yeah, I will use PHP MyAdmin, but if you are more comfortable using MySQL Workbench, then please do so. Yeah, but for simplicity, I will just use PHP MyAdmin. Okay, is it not? Oh, okay, because it did not give me any response. My username is root, then the password is MySQL. Then let's create a new database, which is MusicDB. I have the name auto-completed over here. For the collation, just leave it as it is. If you want, you can change to UTF-8 general CI, but I will leave UTF-PMP for blah 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 as it is. Yeah, just click create. Then please download the musicdb.sql. For OPA students, you can get it from your classroom. For everyone else, I'll provide the link at the description. Yeah, please download it, and optionally, if you want, you can open it to see the contents. Yeah, I have provided a creatable playlist with the fields and some dummy data. Yeah, I provided 3 data over here. Okay, if you have downloaded the MusicDB, then just import it. Yeah, I think we can drag and drop. Where is my SQL? Okay, this one, yeah, musicdb.sql. Then I will simply drag and drop over here. Yeah, it is successful. Then let me take a look at my database structure. Now I have a playlist table which contains 3 dummy data. Okay, now we can check if our API runs. Yeah, accessing the get playlist PHP as usual. Please don't open the file on your browser. Yeah, but please access it as if you are accessing a website. Yeah, so type this URL to your browser, or maybe you can click over this link. I hope you use the same localhost with the same port. Yeah, if not, then please provide your own port. Yeah, I will get the result of OK and data, something like this. Yeah, and as you can see, the JSON string provided is not beautified. Yeah, so I get everything compressed down. If you want to understand it, just go to the online JSON viewer and then paste your JSON, and you will get the structure of the viewer, something like this. Yeah, that's how you create an API. Yeah, in this case, we utilize a PHP to create our own API. Okay, just in case that you have a blank page, yeah, this happens to my previous courses in the previous semester. Yeah, and the solution is a little bit weird. Yeah, the solution is actually to add a call to a set char set function for the connection. Yeah, just in case if you have a blank page for your get playlist PHP, then before running your query, please add this line, yeah, $con or $C or anything you name your connection object, yeah. Then set char set to UTF-8. Yeah, this way we force our connection to be to using a character set of UTF-8 because our database is encoded using UTF-8 also. Yeah, then try to refresh it, and for now it does nothing. Yeah, because my system already configured enough. It is smart enough to be able to use UTF-8. Yeah, but just in case your page results in a blank page, please add this line. Okay, that's all about our PHP API. Yeah, now we will try to consume this web service into our Android application. Yeah, how to do that? We will learn it in the next video. So don't go anywhere. Yeah, please watch the next video.